Hello and welcome back to my channel, Sandra's Homespun Life. In today's video I will be demonstrating how to make a cake in the Simfonio Simpot electric pressure cooker. So if you've missed my first video where I did an introduction and showed you all the accessories and explained how the Simfonio Simpot operates, I'll leave a card up at the top here and also a link in the description box below where you can find that video and find out how this operates. So now we're ready for part 2 of our video, and like I said, I'm going to try to make a chocolate cake in this according to their directions in their instruction manual. So I'm just going to go over the ingredients of that recipe real quick with you. So for their chocolate cake, it calls for 2 cups of water, 3 eggs, 1/3 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/3 cup semi-sweet chocolate chips, 1/3 cup of chopped walnuts, a tablespoon of milk, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, a 1/2 cup of sugar. It says 1/4 cup olive oil, but I don't like the strong flavor of olive oil, so I'm just going to use regular vegetable oil. Then 1/3 cup all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And optionally it says that you can add mint leaves or blueberry. I'm going to leave those out. So let's go ahead and get our ingredients out and let's get started. Okay, let's get ready to do this. I have all my ingredients laying around pre-measured so it'll make this video go a little quicker. But our first step is to take our steamer basket and we're going to line this with parchment paper. Now the easiest way I found to do this is to measure out a long sheet of the parchment paper and using scissors go right down through the middle of it and cut it in half. So that's what I'm going to do. It works out better than just trying to cram one full sheet down into this pot because it wants to crimp and wrinkle and it just doesn't do as good. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to take a large sheet and using my scissors I'm just going to cut right down approximately through the middle. I'm just going to eyeball it. Now doing one half at a time, I'm just going to place it in the steamer basket. So now I'm going to take my second half of parchment paper and lay it opposite direction down in the pressure cooker, and that will form the other side of my steamer pot. You know what I'm talking about. And that's how it looks so far. Now, I know I'm not perfect at this, but this is just a demonstration at this point. Oh, Lordy. Let's just keep moving forward. I've never made a cake in my electric pressure cooker, so I'm literally flying by the seat of my pants. Okay, let's get out a mixing bowl, mix these ingredients, and get ready to pour our batter into our steam pot that is lined with parchment paper. So my first step is to combine my 3 large eggs and my sugar in the bowl, and I'm just going to take my whisk and beat that up until it's really well mixed and beat up real smooth. Now the instructions say to add the all-purpose flour, the cocoa powder, the chocolate chips. Walnuts is in the list of ingredients, but I'm not going to go ahead and add those because the hubby don't like walnuts. And then it also says to add the milk, vanilla, and mix into a thick batter. So now that I have all my ingredients in my bowl, I'm just going to take my whisk and mix that up until it's well blended and forms a batter. Okay, I have my cake batter mixed together and ready to go. So for my next step, I'm going to add water to my electric pressure cooker. And now I'm going to add my batter to my steam pot that is lined with the parchment paper. And I'm just going to try to smooth it out the best I can, y'all. I know this ain't going to turn out perfect, but this is just for giggles anyway, I guess, to see if it'll actually work. Okay, our next step is to place our steam pot with the cake batter inside of the pressure cooker. Now I'm going to place my lid on my pressure cooker. Now the lid of this electric pressure cooker and the steam valve is very similar to other electric pressure cookers. You'll have your venting setting and your sealing setting. And what I like about the Simfonio Simpot is its pressure valve, the little plug that's in here, is bright red. So it makes it really easy to see when the pressure comes up and when the pressure is released. So what I'm going to do is place the lid on my electric pressure cooker, and I'm going to set this into the sealed position. It even plays the little jingle, you all. Now that I have the lid on and the vent is set to the sealed position, I'm going to select the cake function on my electric pressure, and I'm going to activate my screen by turning the knob to either left or right, and I'm going to go over to the cake setting until it's flashing. There it is. So I'm going to click on the start by pushing in on the round button, and I'm going to set my time for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to press in on the knob once again to activate the start. Now you see the dashed line that shows that the kettle is starting to do its cooking cycle, and it's going to build up the pressure. Once that pressure is built up, then it will start counting down the minutes. Now the instructions say after the 20 minutes is up to do a quick pressure release and carefully remove the cake from the electric pressure cooker. So I'll bring you back then, and I'm going to watch this and time it and see how long it took from now until finish time. So my time is up, and I've clicked cancel to turn off the electric pressure cooker. So my next step is to do a quick release. And I'll bring you back here in a moment when this is done releasing the pressure, and we'll take a look at this cake. So the pressure is released, and now I'm going to remove my lid, and I'm going to be careful and make sure that the lid is facing away from my face so that I don't get burned by the steam. Now this electric pressure cooker has the little built-in lid holders into the handles, but since I'm trying to record, I'm just going to set my lid to the side because otherwise it's just going to hinder me trying to show you what I'm doing. Be careful and don't let your water run back on your cake like I just did. Okay, you all. Now I'm going to remove it from the kettle. So I don't know how well you can see, but I'm going to try to pull this parchment paper back a little bit so that you can see what our cake looks like. And it looks like it's done. So now I'm going to scoop this out of the way, and I'm going to try to remove my cake from the steam pot and allow that to cool. Now it's not very thick. I don't want to move it too much right now because I want to allow it to cool. I'm afraid I'm going to crack it too. It's not a thick cake, it's just a little thin cake, but so what? It's chocolate, right? So I'm just going to try to remove this to a plate and allow it to cool, and let's see if we can't dress it up a little bit after it cools. So I'll bring you back then. So I've allowed my cake to cool, and it's still slightly warm, but I lost patience, so I'm going to go ahead and try to fix this up. So I have some chocolate syrup, some Ready Whip, and some mini chocolate chips. So I'm just going to cut into this. This I wouldn't call it a cake. I really honestly think it's more of a brownie, but we'll see. have a special guest that I'm going to bring in my video today, which is my husband, and I'm going to let him try this out. Steve. You're almost out of the shot. He's taller than me, y'all. So
this is mine, ain't it?
Yeah, okay. So I take it that was pretty good. So thank you all for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And until next time, guys. Bye.